call it the Evergreen State, Washington. Quite a bit of litter. We got Cheez-Its here. Huh, look at that. It's a whole can of tuna. Oh, we got the 7-Eleven cup. This is what Liz has just pulled out of the bushes. That's crazy. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to a litter pick in the USA. I'm joined today by Liz and her mum. Say hi, everyone. And we're picking this lay-by, or a turnout, as it would be called in America. As you can see, there's quite a bit of litter. Lots of trash at the side of the road. And I think with 3 of us here, we should be able to get it cleaned up pretty quickly. And then we'll move on to another lay-by. That's the plan for today. We've been here for a few weeks now, and we've been driving around on the lookout for litter. And it really depends where you are around here. We're in Washington State. It's a really beautiful part of the country. Some of the roads are really clean, and you hardly find anything. But then there's other roads like this one. This is the road to Yelm in Washington, and if you drive the entire length of this road, there is just rubbish everywhere. A load of rubbish all along this road. But as you can probably see, with the traffic coming past, it's quite busy. And it just feels way too dangerous to be walking along the side of the road along here. So that's why we're focusing on the lay-bys for these videos. I was kind of curious to see how the litter would compare to back home, and it's honestly the same stuff. It's takeaway food, containers, bottles, a lot of water bottles, food packaging. It's all the same stuff, really. There's a whole bag of trash there. This bramble's actually grown around the bag, look. I can't get it off. I'm gonna have to try and rip the bag open. There you go. So in terms of the equipment today, I got the folding water haul grabber that you've seen in a previous video. Oops. Then I have my hoop that I also brought from England. So both of these came on the plane with me, and they fit in my hand luggage easily. That's the good thing about this grabber, is it's collapsible, so you can fold it in half. It fits in the suitcase. So I can take it with me on trips. And then we're just using kind of household trash bags, which aren't as big as the ones I use back home, but I think they're fine for what we're doing here. Between 3 of us, we should get this cleaned up pretty quickly. I think I'm going to go a little bit further, just up to that tree over there. We've been over here in the States for a couple of weeks now. It's been a really nice holiday, nice to get away. The weather's been amazing. These last couple of days it has cooled off a little bit, which is great. Ideal conditions today for some litter picking. We have a can. Different brands, obviously. We got Cheez-Its here. We don't really eat those in the UK. That's an American snack. The other day I went out litter picking on a lake here in Washington on the kayak. That was really fun, actually. If you haven't seen that already, I put a video out back in, well, it was a week ago for me now, but yeah, middle of July. If you go back and have a look back in the channel, you'll see that video. It's just a short one. Thank you. All right, we got our first toot. I think that was in gratitude rather than someone telling me to get off the side of the road. I don't know. Yeah, look at this. The woods. Pretty different to what I'm used to back home in terms of the trees. They call it the Evergreen State, Washington. I think I'm basically done. Okay. I got a toot. I think it was to say thank you.
Oh, I heard that.
Right, guys, I said it wouldn't take very long. 5 or 10 minutes, and this lay-by is done. So you got Liz's mum over there. She's filled up a bag. I've pretty much filled this bag, and we got a couple of other things here. Liz over here has filled a bag, so we're going to move on to the next lay-by now. Okay, welcome back. We have another lay-by. As you can see, it's the same story, but worse. Loads of stuff here. There was 3 bags at the last one, but I think we might end up with more here. This is bad. I mean, this is really bad. It's happening everywhere. People are just throwing all this stuff out of their car windows. Or they're pulling in here into this lay-by and just tipping it all out of their car. Kind of depressing, but we're out here, we're cleaning it up, we're doing something positive for the area, for the environment. You got to keep that positive mentality, positive attitude towards this stuff. So yeah, we've been here for a few weeks now. I was saying earlier, it's been a really great trip so far. I haven't actually seen any litter pickers out and about. We saw a few in one of the national parks. We went up to Mount Rainier National Park. Let me know in the comments if you've ever visited Mount Rainier. Absolutely beautiful. Really great hiking trails up there. The mountain itself is spectacular. I'll show you a few pictures up here. But yeah, we saw a few of the volunteers up there litter picking. And the trails were amazingly clean, actually. We found a couple of pieces of litter while we were up there, which we put in our pockets and walked back with us. But it was really nicely maintained. But yeah, apart from that, haven't seen anyone doing what we do, going out and cleaning up their streets and roads, but that's what we're here for. Man, this has surprised me actually, just how bad this is. I mean, this is the same story that we get back home with these beer cans. Look, someone's tossed 3 of the same cans out here in presumably this bag. And they've just chucked that out their car window into the bushes here. It's kind of good to get away from all the locations that we are cleaning up all the time back home. mean, we enjoy doing it, but it's kind of non-stop, and you're going to the same places again and again. We're always trying to mix it up and find new places to clean up, but it's fun to be here in a completely different country, completely different setting, and still being able to make that same difference. Kirkland water bottle. That's the famous Costco water bottle that people just go through thousands of. And I've been finding a lot of those so far today. So yeah, again, I don't want to go too far down this road just for safety reasons, so I'll probably do about 10 more feet down that way and then be turning back. My bag is almost full now, actually. We've got another American snack here, have we? What's this one? I don't recognize this one. Foot. Never seen that before. You ever come across foot, guys? I'm sure some of the American viewers will recognize that. Oh boy, what's this? Twisted tea. I know that one. But it's still full, I think. It's weird, it's not been opened. But it doesn't feel completely full. Can't get the damn thing open. That's one way to open it. There you go. And look at this. We've got a whole tire. So for those of you wondering where we are right now, some of the American viewers might be intrigued if you've been to this area before. That was nice. We got a nice bit of recognition there again. So yeah, for those of you wondering where we are, it's the Olympia area of Washington. So Olympia is the state capital of Washington. But we've been traveling around a bit. We've been up to Seattle, which is great fun. I love going to Seattle. Lots of things to see. Lots of things to do up there. And like I said, we've been to Mount Rainier National Park. And we've been doing some hiking out in the mountains. And honestly, it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. Just in terms of the geography, it's spectacular. Almost everywhere you go, you can see some mountains. I mean, Mount Rainier is so big, you can see it from so many places around here. But also the lakes, like where I was kayaking the other day. There's tons of these beautiful lakes. People go out in their fishing boats and they go out swimming and kayaking. Right, I'm gonna have to swap out my bag here, I think. It's getting very full. Hey, how's it going?
Hello! We have the bin going over there of large stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna switch out for a new bag. Okay, so the ladies have found this big bin that they're using for some of the bulkier items. This is a good idea. All right, keep up the good work.
There's a lot of litter here.
Yeah. Ow. That one's for the bin. Right, I'm pretty much done along here. It's these tiny, again, like we find back home, these tiny plastic sweet wrappers and little shredded things that they make it hard. They slow you down a lot. So for those of you who are litter picking in the US, Let me know in the comments which state you're in, whereabouts you're litter picking. I'm just kind of intrigued to know, is it like this everywhere in the US? Is this just a regional thing? Because like I was saying before, this is it's such a beautiful part of the world. And it's tragic to see litter like this, but by and large, a lot of the roads are really good and really clean. I don't know if they're regularly litter picked by the state or what. But then there's other roads like this that are just in a really poor state. Well, that's a full bag.
Yeah, well, I put something in there that absolutely reeked.
Oh.
So I'm trying to
Oh. Yikes. Someone's sock. USA. So one thing I haven't seen yet is Red Bull cans. That's something that I would see on pretty much every litter pick. Wherever you go in England, you'll find Red Bull cans. But I haven't seen a single one over here. People do people drink Red Bull over here? Yeah. Yeah. What is all this? Put that by the bin. All right, so we're getting there now. Liz just wants me to hop over this barrier with her. I'm trying to go through this gap instead. Watch out for the rebar. Oh yeah. So yeah, with this barrier here, this stuff must just get thrown over the barrier when people have pulled in here. Ah, look at that. It's a whole can of tuna. Oh, we got another bin. Well, that's useful. We can use that for big stuff like these bags that someone's dumped here. Oh, I don't get it. Why are people dumping it here? There's more bins over here, I think, or trash cans as you call them, like public places to put your trash, than we have back in England, I think. And people are still choosing to do this. Oh, what's that? That's a jar. Going to check if there's nothing on the other side of this barrier. I think that would be crazy if there was. So even through here, past the second barrier, there is still litter. Bottles and cigarettes and stuff. I mean, people have probably pulled in and then just got out to stretch their legs and take a break. Had a drink and then they just tossed it back here. Man, this is very depressing back here. It's really challenging my positive mental outlook on this. Stay positive, stay positive. This? It's like a test tube or something. What is going on out here? Oh, we got the 7-Eleven cup. Haven't actually been to 7-Eleven yet on this trip. But I like the slushies that you can get from 7-Eleven. All right, so I think I'm done back in the second zone here. Let's go back here. Oh boy. That's crazy. I'm gonna need a new bag. Right, this is what Liz has just pulled out of the bushes. That's crazy. Can I get another bag, please? Okay, so this kind of buffer zone is also done. There we go. We'll climb back over here. And the lay-by is looking really good. It's looking way cleaner along here. This is great. And this is the pile of all the stuff that we found here. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full bags plus 2 of these bins that are also full. All this stuff. What are these, like shelves? The tire, all that other stuff. That's crazy. But yeah, this lay-by is completely clean now. So on to the next one. We'll see you there. Okay guys, if you can see in the distance there, that's the lay-by we just came from, and we've literally just crossed over the road, and there's all of this stuff. So we're just going to get all of this cleaned up and looking much nicer. It's a real eyesore when you drive past here and you can just see all this rubbish, everyone's rubbish just piled up. We're hoping we can get someone from the city to come and pull into these lay-bys and just collect all of that stuff, because we can't fill up our car with all that rubbish. There's so much. It's pretty stinky. We need someone to come along in a truck and collect it all. I have to go and get this bag down here, otherwise this is going to really annoy me when we drive past again. I have to get this. Man, there's loads of stuff along here too. Oh, before I forget, some of you might be wondering about the garden. It's doing great. We've got people taking care of it while we're away, checking in and watering, and all the cucumbers are starting to come through, so my family are enjoying those. And we'll get to enjoy the rest of the harvest when we get back in a couple of weeks. This was pretty bad.
There's more hiding than you see.
Yeah. I don't know what that says. Oh, new homes. Okay, well, that can go in the pile. Finding tons of these today. They're like the little sauce containers from McDonald's or wherever. Fast food restaurants. All right, I'm gonna try not to pick along here just because it's quite a busy bend there. Don't particularly want to get wiped out by a car in the middle of my trip. Wow, teamwork makes the dream work, huh? We're getting through this in no time. This already looks 1,000 times better than it did when we were driving past. All right, so just picking up the last few pieces, and that's going to be the end of this video, I think. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun doing some litter picking over here in the States. Thanks for your support, and we'll catch you on the next one.